We're late, but we're here. We only look pregnant, so shut the fuck up. Oh, did I not announce that this is definitely not safe for work and it's TV, MA, and all this other happy horseshit?
Yeah, man, it's TVMA, UFC, PCP, MDMA,
TNA,
MMA, AEW.
fuck yeah. So
So
yeah, it was my fault again. I was up earlier, and I'm like, oh damn, it's like another 3 or 4 hours. Well, I'm gonna go. Instead of being sore sitting in my wheelchair, I'll go be comfortable and lay in my bed. And I passed out like playing a mobile game on my phone, and woke up to a message at 11:15 when we were supposed to be live. Are you alive, dude? I'll be right there. And then, of course, the message didn't send, and I come out here to I rush out here to my computer, and I get everything going, and I see, why did the message I sent on my mobile not show? Oh, I didn't send it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm here. Here's the link.
You got me feeling like a fat prom date, man.
Well, kind of are.
Yeah.
We both are.
Well played. Well played.
We're the fat prom dates that had to take our cousin because nobody would ask us.
I wasn't a fat prom date back then, man. I promise.
I wasn't either. It's made my daughter ask all kinds of questions because she found a picture of the girl I took to prom.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her. I go, yeah, she was pretty back then, big but pretty. I go, oh shit, this looks like my kid's mother. Same nationality and everything, but my mother got one of the prom pictures. My hair's cut short. It's like sticking like way up, and I'm in a tuxedo. It's also a picture that my buddy that owns my LCS got a hold of and posted on Facebook years ago. Cut her off the picture. Just showed my half, and put the cartoon character that he named after me, Stone Pig, on it, and said, "Hey, who's the mook in the monkey suit?"
That's fucked up.
But my mother kept that picture and then because it was a picture of me, and then put two of my daughter's like first baby pictures that I got done in the frame, underneath. And she's like, "Who is that?" I go, "That's one of Dad's girlfriends long before your mother." But either way, so I got in, like I was telling you backstage, I got in my Sin Killer package. And
yeah, I saw you and I saw Dory had a nice sized book as well. God, that's pretty. I mean, that's just gorgeous.
Yeah, they all came with, like, this is a sticker of the cover, and they alternated. Like every other copy would have a sticker of the cover or a sticker of the back cover logo. I bought the retail tier because I've been listening to Mark V talk about this fucking book for 2 years. I'm like, damned if I'm not gonna throw whatever I got the cash into the ring and buy the retailer tier for like almost $100.
Yeah.
But Marv sent me some original art, bro. And one piece was a piece that I told him, I go, because he was selling and giving away stuff. He was just giving away everything because he was so thrilled to have a comic book going to print. And It's also under the Arrow 4.0 logo too.
Oh wow.
I bought 2 copies of the Indie Volt Revolt Indiegogo. I gave one to my buddy John. He likes indie stuff. I go, here, check this out. I really like it. It's just black and white sequential stuff. It's like kind of like an anthology thing, but it's got the first 8 pages of the Sin Killer printed in it.
Really?
And it's the first published work. So I kept one copy. I gave one away, and I bought these. And I told Marv that if I'm going to embiggen myself as you continue working on death there. And
Did you just say embiggen?
Embiggen, yeah.
All right, Kat. All right, Miss Marvel.
See, I'm embiggened. I told Marv that if he didn't sell this piece, that I would buy it from him. He goes, no. I want you to have, you want it, it's yours. I'm giving it to you as a gift.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Of course it's signed, but.
Fuck. That's ridiculous, dude.
You haven't. He did that sketch like fucking 10 years ago, dude. And this one right here is right out of the Sin Killer book. Like, you can see like the notes that he erased off the bottom. And you know, when you have it like in your hand, you can see like the whiteout where he did stuff. This is a panel right out of the fucking book.
Oh, wow. That's just so tight.
And I will open up the book because the book is thick as fuck.
Looks like we like them.
They got made here. The books got made stateside because he's in Portugal, so it would have cost him an ass load. There's the logo on the back cover. That looks like it should be fucking like glow in the dark.
Yeah.
But the entire book is printed on this at least 110-pound cardstock paper, like the entire thing. This book just stands up by itself. Like there's no give room or anything.
Damn.
It's just like, you know, because here's the center, and like most books will fall flat, but this is the center of the book.
So it's a stout ass book.
Fuck yeah. This book is like, you know, comic book Viagra because it stands up all on its own. And like like in interviews he'll explain, you know, what happened in the book, and you really can't tell. You have to like kind of like put it together yourself. But it's this priest, Parrish, was the only survivor of his platoon in Vietnam. There it is.
Oh, wow.
There's the panel, and here's the panel.
Damn. I am in awe. That looks so good.
Get my fat ass over this fucking big screen. There we go. That's better. Just imagine basically the Crow meets the Spectre. That's this book. and he put his thank you page to his backers in the front, and it was Pop's idea to do something kind of like similar to the ASM 700, where it was like all the creators' names down one side, like in the cityscape thing, but do it in the tombstones. There's his thank you page to his dedication. It's dedicated to his dad and his wife, and all the backers' names are all in the tombstones.
Nice.
In red fucking ink, so like, red is blood. But
fuck, I did that. I totally used the wrong word. Oh well.
Oh. I heard voices and I was like, oh, you did what? Huh?
I totally used the wrong gray.
Oh.
It's okay.
We'll fix that in post.
Yeah.
So I read this copy, and Pops threw out there, goes, ask Marv how many copies of this book are in print for the first print run. 125. And I'm like, I heard that wrong. Did you say 125? He goes, yeah, 125. So then Pop says, just so you know, if you didn't get one and now you're seeing this and you want one, you got to talk to Will.
Told you.
Because he's got them. So Doc wants one, but Doc is drawing me into his comic.
You said something about that.
He's already got like a reference piece of Pops. And Pops is being like, there's like some big fight in a strip club. And he's like, he goes, well, Will was actually a DJ in a strip club for like 30 years. He goes, you got to make him a DJ. You can't just have him sitting at the bar. I go, well, in my defense, Pops, a lot of my time as a DJ was sitting at the bar, drinking with customers and doing shots and things with some of the girls.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why not?
Well, that's the fun of being a DJ.
Mm-hmm. See, and I figure all this is like karma, because way back when, like the second club I worked at, there was this guy, he's more than passed on now, and he was a short, frumpy guy that was like, really badly diabetic, but used to bring bags of candy in because it was the only way he could get any of the girls to come close to him. Close enough for him to cop a feel. was to give candy away.
Oh, there's something so molester about that.
Oh, he's dead now.
Well, yeah.
And eventually he started coming in like, a walker, and then it was a wheelchair, and I'm like, fuck, I got a walker and a wheelchair. Damn it.
Not the same.
No, we're not the same now. I'm gonna bring this up because here we're gonna. Oh, that's my YouTube page. Not the. Come here, you. There we go. Now they're in order. Let me bring this up because I know we both love gargoyles. And I'll bring up my Facebook page.
Is that shit on Disney Plus yet?
What, Gargoyles?
Yeah.
It's been on Gargoyles since fucking day one. I mean, Gargoyles has been on the Disney animated page since day one.
Fuck.
This is the new friggin' NECA figure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, whatever you do, don't don't order them from Walmart or Target. Walmart and Target have yet again done mass order cancellations for McFarlane shit. Like the McFarlane 80th anniversary Batman from his year one. There were two different versions. There was one that had the signed tip-in plate from McFarlane that was like $300 fucking dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the other one without it, just the figure, no special thing from the Todd father. And that was still like, $85, $1.25, because it was so big and the wingspan and display base and everything. All those orders just got canceled.
Wow.
Like my friend Andrew, I'm not sure if his order got canceled, but it probably did, and like a few other people. Like I think RJ from Critical Blast got canceled, and he was up bitching because he had an early, pre-order number that as soon as within 30 minutes of it going live, his order was in, and it got canceled like earlier today. So this is the Goliath figure. This is the one that everybody's going to want, of course. This is the wings, his wings with the claws folded over as the cape in front of him. Of course, he comes with the big demon bulldog that looks badass. Looks like he bit off somebody's dick there. Jesus.
Hey-o.
Yeah, well, it's the wrong color to be mine, so good for me. But
Small miracle.
Well, that's what I used to call mine. It's a small miracle. What?
Small miracle. I used to call mine Secret because it's strong enough for a man to pay for a woman. See, you were trying to disparage me there, man. That's not right. But it was funny.
Oh, you used yours 4 more times than I used mine, and you got living proof of yours. So I'm automatically younger than you because I ain't a grandfather yet.
Yeah. That's yeah. I'm about to have grandkid number 3.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like,
damn, there's nothing else to do in your state. What the fuck? Well, I can't say nothing. My mother's whole side of the family is like that. All fine church going folk that latched onto the be fruitful and multiply verse in the Bible way too much.
Oh yeah.
See, first look at our upcoming Bronx figure from Gargoyles. In addition to interchangeable heads and meat snack, Bronx will include a set of draped wings to fit perfectly on your Goliath. Oh, this is just for the fucking dog. That the dog is sold separately, but one of the, I guess you could call it almost like not quite a fake Build-A-Figure. Is the fact that those wings that are sitting on Goliath come in the package with the dog, and they're not attached to Goliath. The whole wingspan crossing over thing, that's just basically a cape for Goliath. And now that I see his actual wings are underneath that really cool looking leathery Batwing cape.
Some assembly required.
Mm-hmm. Fit perfectly on your Goliath, sold separately. Be on the lookout for more details this spring.
Collect them all from Galoob.
Yeah, if only. No, it's from NECA, where you can never get anything after it gets released. Let's see.
Well, also yes.
Also yes, yeah. So they hashtag 31 Nights of Fright, 31 Nights of Halloween, Halloween, Gargoyles, Disney Plus, NECA action figures and reveal. And I finally remember today at lunchtime to go and watch the new episode, and they're on anymore. There was only 9 of What If.
Oh yeah, no, What If was over last week.
And I'm like, damn. I think the biggest thing that they didn't understand about What If is the fact that What If was all one-off stories. And they insisted on basically a connecting strand running through them all. Let's see.
Yeah. I really hope they don't do that with season 2.
I doubt they won't.
I doubt they won't either. Although I'm gonna say this, and you may disagree. I really like Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher.
Oh, I have no issue with his acting. I have an issue with their with their social justice reimagining of everything.
Yeah.
Let's see. So a bunch of people commented on that thread. One guy was like, well, guess the old wallet can take another hit. Ha ha ha. Another person has just got like, a meme of Will Smith clapping and then, biting his nails. And then a couple of guys from Freestyle Comics, Michael Watson, said that he canceled his pre-order on Goliath as it was taking way too damn long. Translation, they weren't fulfilling. And then Tony Clapper, who I dubbed, because his last name is Clapper, Klapper. So, and he's a fight fan, so I just started calling him the Clapback Kid when I had him on my show. Right. He goes, I like that. I'm going to steal it. I go, well, you better send me, a free sketch cover of your fucking book then. Tony said he knows it took way too long. He canceled 2. I'm hoping to find one in the wild. Yeah, good luck with that. And somebody else said, I'm about to fire up Disney Plus and watch Gargoyles with my son tomorrow. But yeah, that was one of the first things I watched with Disney Plus, when I actually got it. And yeah.
I hadn't even thought about it. I mean, because honestly, the first thing I watched was the 90s X-Men.
I put that on too, but as retro and memory wise as it is, if you hear that music playing like in the background or something, like X-Men, and you're like, cool. But watching the intro over and over just got me, oh man. The X-Men looks so much better. The X-Men looks so much better on that episode of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. The voice acting was shit, but the animation looked better.
Oh shit! I forgot about that episode.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever heard of the X-Men. Like, there were never, like, the only place I ever saw or bought comics was the little mom and pop drugstore right up the street from my house, and there were never any. I think I saw like Avengers style books up there, but there were never any X-Men there.
Mm-hmm. It was always hard to get X-Men. Because like I didn't have a comic shop growing up, because I was here in bumfuck Mississippi, and but if I would go to Memphis, there were comic shops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had to, trot into town and all.
Speaking of bumfuck.
Good God.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you.
Welcome. That was actually on Facebook. Pops made the acquaintance of Tim Vigil's brother, Joe Vigil, and we both friended him, and that's like, off his Facebook page. So.
Oh. Well, thanks, Tim Vigil's brother. Oh, shit. This is how you know you order too many art supplies, when you don't even have them opened up from their little packaging from Blick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Too many art supplies.
All right, well, now that we're up and running, I'm going to start sharing us to freaking stuff. Because, me being late got us booted off of Facebook. Because you didn't go live 10 minutes before your scheduled time. We're going to remove it.
Yeah, thanks, Facebook. Fuck you in the neck. I mean, we love you, Facebook. Sure. I would never disparage our overlords.
Right. Drop us into madness. Drop us into drop us into New Jersey, because
Heather is a friend.
When you go live, make sure you share it here. I try to remember, but old and stuff. Drop us into the still toking comics page. Comic book collectors league. I'm like, oh, well, I can actually add like a little title to it. Drawing Death from Sandman. And then we'll go and put Here we go. Comic book collectors forum. One of the main mods from there that was doing like indie covers under the company name Comic Book Illuminati before he got really sick. I think I told you about Jason. He was a huge Venom fan, and he was doing variant covers through his company that he did with a friend of his called Comic Book Illuminati. He ended up having to get like a double lung transplant.
Oh, sure.
He passed away a few weeks ago after fighting his way through hospital visit after hospital visit. very young, left a couple sons behind.
Jeez.
So we were, within like a couple of days of here. I didn't hear one of the mods that I still talk to, John, messaged me and let me know. Everybody was, doing an RIP post for him in the group and just, throwing up venom and stuff. So I actually have the guy that owns that group, Martin Dunn. I actually have a variant cover that got put out through Jason for Scout Comics of Stabbity Bunny #1, but it's a homage to Hulk #1, but with Stabbity Bunny. Promoting indie and small press comics. Why do you post all this stuff in all the indie groups? I go, because that's what you do. So I didn't have anybody scheduled for the Friday show. So I invited somebody that was, just randomly trying to promote their book on Twitter onto the show. And they DM'd me, and I DM'd them back, and then never heard anything back from them again. So I'm like, if I don't hear anything back from, then
we're just gonna assume.
I'm gonna assume that, oh, you weren't really serious about that. Okay, I got you. You were just putting up like a would-be cover of your book and don't really have anything done or to show what to talk about. So, yeah. That's fine because Eagle Rider there had asked me to go on and be interviewed on her channel like a bunch of times. I said, well, when you're not streaming every fucking day, maybe. I go, oh yeah, maybe, yeah, that'd be good. So I talked to her today. So if this person does not come on, doesn't say anything to me, by tomorrow afternoon, I'll just DM and be like, yeah, okay, I'm free tomorrow night. What time? And by what time, I mean what time Eastern. And then I will end up on one of her streams and hopefully be able to show myself to get even more subs to the channel.
Right there for a second. I got to refill.
I just need to make sure we're streaming. Yes, we are. Okay. So, since we are streaming on Twitter.
spent all day working.
Should I tag Arthur Adams?
Sure.
Okay. Tag Mike Jimmy. He should be getting up any minute now.
I'm surprised we don't have Dory. She might have said, "You know what? Fuck you."
No, I shared a post and said sorry, and then tagged her in it so she would make sure to see it. And it was a Star Trek meme. It said, oh, let me look it up. Whoa, I still got Tim Vigil's page up there. Let me see. Good mine. It's one of the last things I put up. Well, apparently it wasn't. Apparently I put up a bunch of stuff. Oh, I put this up, which I will share to the stream because it's funny. Fellas, if your girl has silver hair, shows cleavage, and wears jewelry, that's not your girl. That's con.
I saw that. That shit's hilarious.
Sorry, Dory. But she put a big smiley face on it, so I'm like, okay.
These both.
Yeah, I put up a bunch of memes today to try to make myself feel better. So stuff like, boy, it's hard trying to discipline the you out of your child.
I have to remind myself of that.
Yeah. The one that you liked. Driving down the road and I saw my ex. It's funny how I'd hit that, changes meaning over the years.
Mm-hmm.
The Baby Yoda long in a long line memes. Mandalorian, Paris, because you're worth it. Oh no, because worth it you are. And Captain Kirk finally got into space today, which is funny.
Oh yeah, Kirk.
And it was funny because one of the first pictures is he had like all tracksuit jackets, or they had all tracksuit jackets made, and of course they gave him the gold one because he's Captain Kirk. Actually, it's more of the green one because he's still fat Captain Kirk, and everybody else got the red jacket. So I'm like, well, if I've learned anything, it's that Bill will be back, but the rest of the crew will die from whatever was on the wing. But one of the members of the crew decided to take it to the next step and actually got a blue Star Trek logo because the Star Trek logo is the Space Force logo. So he grabbed a blue tracksuit jacket with the Space Force logo on it and then put like a bad set of like Spock ears on it and stood behind Bill Shatner for the picture.
That's so funny. Did you see there's a meme of a guy who's in Space Force, and the name tag on his fatigue says Kirk, and there's somebody was like, if there's any justice in this world, this man will be a captain soon.
I like the Halloween costume for the little kid. Said they said they wanted to be a Transformer, so the father built them a costume that actually looks like the Transformer from the telephone pole. So it's just a big tube. It's like, that's funny. It's funny.
I'll tell you what Mac's gonna be for Halloween.
Is he gonna go around as the YouTube star he thinks he is?
No. He's gonna be Gordon Ramsay.
Oh yeah, I think you would tell me that.
Yeah.
My neighbor knocked at my door at 3 a.m. this morning. Can you believe it? 3 a.m. Luckily, I was still up playing my drums. Some parents sing the cleanup song, but I just yell, I'm getting trash bags, and you better hope you can pick up your toys faster than I can.
You know, I've done that.
Oh, I've done that many times.
I got mad at them one time. Told them to go grab their favorite toy. I was going to smash it with a hammer.
Did they all go grab favorite toys of the siblings so you would smash them?
No, they followed directions, man. They grabbed their favorite toys. I'm like, really? That's a damn, man. Can't y'all tell when somebody's bluffing? Apparently not.
So I was happy to see that that Wolverine is older than I am, because Hugh Jackman turned 53 today.
Well, happy birthday, Hugh.
Yeah, because he watches us all the time.
Yes.
He finishes singing songs from Oklahoma, and he goes, I wonder what those two assholes on the arch are doing today.
Well, if anybody does watch us, I guarantee you they do think of us as those two assholes.
Yeah.
So, I've been kind of, whenever I take a break from working, I've been going and watching Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, I've heard about that because I watched like some of the wrestling report things, the ones that are short, clear, and concise. I don't want to watch a talk show like I do for comics about wrestling, because I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks about wrestling. I'm in it just for the entertainment value and to see what's going on and stuff. But yeah, apparently there was some pretty nasty stories told on a couple of episodes, especially involving Ric Flair and yeah,
The Plane Ride from Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not news at all.
No, it's old news.
Yeah. Like, everybody and their brother knows about that. So I don't understand why.
And not for nothing, the Plane Ride from Hell is just a well, it's not a euphemism, but it's a it was an everyday occurrence back then.
Yeah. I mean, Vince is not dumb. And, when you charter an airliner and you go, hey, you know what? We're going to give these guys a full open bar. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? It's like renting a train for you and I and giving us an open bar.
Yeah. And they're like, and Rick, can you believe what Ric Flair did? Yeah. Have you never met Ric Flair?
I mean, really?
I mean, everybody just assumes that it's all an act. But no, he lives the gimmick.
Yeah, he believed all that bullshit he would say in his promos.
Yeah. Limousine ride and jet flying.
as I'm going through tags, I'm like, it's Halloween month. Do you think with a screen name like @HorrorPuppy1 that I wasn't going to tag you in something that was you know, a Halloween based character?
At least a Halloween friendly character.
Mm-hmm. And for shits and giggles, we should also tag Gina Carano.
Because the universe wants me to have her babies.
Yes, you're correct. The universe wants me to knock her up. Fuck it, we'll tag Tom McDonald too. There we go.
They're still saying that she's coming back for Mando season 4.
Yeah, she's been hired. They of course said, well, we couldn't actually rewrite the series, the season 3, so she could be in it because we need to put it off for as long as possible. But yeah, it's like if you think people canceled Disney Plus in hundreds of thousands in droves when you fired her the last time, wait till you see what happens when you fire her again.
Don't think they'll be firing her again.
Nope. I saw that they're doing the promos for the season 2 of Neil Gaiman's audio thing for Sandman. I'm like, yeah, don't care, because you hired everybody based on their pronouns. So, fuck off, Neil. And apparently today was Coming Out Day, National Coming Out Day. So of course the Superman is gay hit like all the news streams today. I'm like, one, it's not Superman, it's his disappointment of a son. He's not gay, he's bisexual. I'm sorry. As I misgender people by saying, well, if you're a guy and you suck a dick, you're gay. Sorry. If you're a girl and you go both ways, then you're bi.
My grandma always said, 2 women good, 2 men bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one guy and 2 women. That's a threesome. 2 guys and 1 woman, that's a train.
My grandma actually didn't say that, but
She was thinking it.
Well, a strip club DJ friend of mine used to say that, including the like my grandma always said part.
And somebody shared something that I saw, and I'm like, oh fuck! The Alphabet Army have added more letters to their damn description again. But this is what happens when you let 1% of the population dictate what everybody else does. I mean, I have friends that are, gay, lesbian, and trans, and family members that are, and I'm like, doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is when schools are trying to groom kids into that lifestyle.
Like when you meet people, let's say on the street level, who are, of that, gay or lesbian or whatever, most of the ones you meet in real life are not anywhere close to what you see portrayed on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are like, look, man, I'm just, for lack of a better term, I'm just a simple dude trying to make it in the universe,
Yeah, most of the people, like that fall into the old Eddie Murphy skit. I can play tennis with a gay guy. After the match, I'm gonna grab a beer. What are you gonna do? He goes, I'm gonna go suck some dick. Well, okay, I'll see you later. And that's pretty much that.
Oh my God, I forgot about that Eddie Murphy.
Oh my God, he quoted Eddie Murphy. We have to cancel him. I'm pretty sure you can't cancel Eddie Murphy. Kind of like they're trying to cancel Dave Chappelle.
I was about to say they're trying to cancel Chappelle, but that ain't happening.
And he's just feeding into it and making him regret that they let his name cross his lips or something. So,
dude, I mean, I've been saying for years you couldn't do Chappelle's show now. That show was so funny because it literally it made fun of everybody. I mean, and that's how it should be. Either it's all okay or none of it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good Lord! I'm bringing it back to freaking Captain Kirk again because I just spotted this.
Well, I mean, he flew into space on a giant dick.
Nope. There we go.
I mean, you know that Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are going to go next.
Mm-hmm. Oh, big shout out to Frog G for giving the stream some love and retweeting the stream, and we get some likes going up from Chris Fisk from Infantile Chronicles, and Antoine Brown gave us a like, and Wise Guys Entertainment gave us a like and retweeted us out. be like, oh my God, we have an entire viewer. Hello, viewer. I look over, I go, I was planning on going and making another coffee like an hour ago. What time? Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Holy crap. Oh, well. I'm good. I took a nap.
I didn't.
Well, you know, whose fault is that?
I mean, if I'd have known.
If I'd have known you was going to fall asleep and be late to this whole shebang, yeah, I would have done the same thing.
I started the Facebook Live. I was like, if he didn't get back to me, I'm just gonna go on Facebook Live, and then I'm gonna get fucking 30-day banned.
The ultimate 80s page. I just found this old tape, so I gave it a play. I don't recommend it at all. Head Cleaner, worst band ever.
No. I think there was one of those girls at the club named Head Cleaner.
Yeah, we all had a few of those. My cousin posted, I want whatever the people who run at 6 a.m. have.
Fucking right, man.
Yeah, that's insanity, is what that is.
My dad's like, hey, dude, you could start going walking and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I sure could. You know, I can do a lot of things, but I'm not going. You need to start getting some exercise. I get exercise. Get off this chair.
Now go sit on that one.
Sit on that one. Yeah. I watch old VHS tapes of Cindy Crawford working out. Kidding.
You wouldn't understand. My right arm is strong as fuck.
Hey man, we should all be so lucky to still look that good at her age. All right, she's starting to take shape now, man. I'm starting to worry about her. Not really.
My very inappropriate cousin Jen, who a few hours ago posted, she makes sexual jokes because they make her giggle, not because she wants to have sex with you, lonely internet man.
Feeling attacked. But also, yes.
Yeah. Also, yes.
You watch Archer at all?
Like the animated show Archer?
Yeah.
I used to, like decades ago, I guess, what seems like.
Shit's fucking hilarious. I mean, it lost its way bigger than shit for a while, but it's gotten funny again.
Oh, and now I just realized that Shatner really didn't go to space. He just got a ride on Jeff Bezos' big blue penis into the upper atmosphere.
No. It's like finding out that there's no tooth fairy.
Mm.
It's like finding out that Undertaker and Kane aren't really brothers.
Gee, thanks.
Hey, man. Kane is like the mayor of Knoxville, which is like kind of close to me. So, I mean, that works. I wonder if he like shows up at like, you know, mayoral functions and does the flames and shit. I'm kidding. I know he does.
Oh, I'm like I'm scrolling through other things, and Doc is sitting here yelling at me. Hi guys.
Hey,
Oh,
Doc.
Sean, how you doing? Like 9 comments or something. Ask me what I'm doing, Doc. What are you doing? Lonely.
What are you doing, Doc?
I'm so lonely. Will, wake up. I feel neglected.
Well, he did that shit to me earlier too.
I fell asleep earlier. Kara put up a new photo that she did. It says sometimes a garter belt is just a garter belt, and other times it has other uses.
Well, looks like I'm gonna be doing that right arm, forearm workout again.
Yep.
You know, it's like that.
So Lisa hit me up. She's got a few people that are looking for spots on the podcast. Didn't say who they were, just said she's got 3 clients that are looking for podcasts and shows to appear on for, you know, upcoming projects. I'm like, okay.
Lisa Malone?
Yeah. Hey, Eagle Rider.
Eagle Rider.
It's Sean's formerly clean desk.
Hey, man. It's still pretty clean.
Yeah, considering what it has been, yeah.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, you know, I saved the pod mostly. Sorry, I had to throw in some prequel Anakin.
Mm-hmm. I should be the best Jedi ever. I love the meme of Darth Vader holding up the lava lamp with the post-it note that says "From Anakin, Merry Christmas." By the way, PayPal is a flaming TWAT.
PayPal is a what? Who?
A twat, a flaming twat.
Oh, yes. I am having issues with PayPal my damn self right now. You know, aside from people who don't pay their fucking invoices. But, that's right, I said it.
But I digress.
But I digest. Yeah, man, I used my PayPal card to get a wireless charger to try to fix this phone debacle, and that didn't happen. So I got to return that shit to the People's Republic of Walmart, and they're like, "Oh, cool, we're gonna put it right back on your card." I should have known better because, you know, it's Walmart employees and they can't find their ass with both hands. And which is really weird considering the size of that ass. But anyway, so 3 days later, I'm still sitting here waiting for my $31 to show back up on my fucking PayPal card. Right now, it's a question of who's going to pay their, what's going to show up first, the fucking invoice, or the refund from Wally World.
Oh yeah.
Shwank, 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 shwank.
Let's see. Hell, I haven't gotten my work yet, but I want to set up a pay schedule, and they decided to lock my account for being paid money. Oh yeah, they're PayPal is infamous for deciding on your behalf that that your transaction history with them as an intermediary is suspicious, and then they lock it and they freeze your account. And happened to Christy Shin about a couple of years back, and she switched over, and it happened to like somebody else like last year, where they're like, we find this suspicious that you're actually making money, so we're going to lock and freeze your account with all 10,000 of your Kickstarter dollars in it. And we'll put a pin in that, and we'll circle back and revisit that later.
Yeah. Yeah, they fuck you in the drive-thru, man. They really do.
So the only time ever where it's appropriate to say Twilight is a better love story is when this picture shows up.
The fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought for sure it was going to be that chick, Machine Gun Kelly, and Megan Fox.
I think I'm going to look at the picture and bring us back a little bit, and instead I did a pop. Like, damn it, I hit the wrong X. Again.
Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. That boy ain't right. So what do you think, man? How's she looking?
Looking good. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris, what's going on, man?
Hey, Chris.
When no one shows up to your stream, you just tag a bunch of random people and hope for the best. And hey, look what happened.
I'm looking at it on the screen so I can maybe see what I don't see. I'm looking at it.
The poster arrived today? I haven't seen it yet. It might have come in the aftermath. The post girl was chatting up one of the residents as I was coming back from the doctor's. Talking all these details of her upcoming nuptials instead of actually delivering the fucking mail. So I'm sure it'll be there. I'll get it probably around 7 a.m. I'm not going to go down at 1 o'clock in the morning to the lobby. So my helper will probably grab it for me in the morning, and I will check it out. And of course, make a stream about it, because that's what I do. I make streams about stuff.
He does. He's good at it.
It's like, what can you do? I go, I can talk. Oh, okay.
I'm drinking a nose things.
Mm-hmm. Chris says, wowza, she came out awesome.
Thanks, Chris.
Actually, he said, she came are awesome.
As long as she comes, right?
You know, as long as she comes before you, you're winning. She gonna make you sandwiches all week.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, Chris's Twitter account, Infantile Chronicles, his project that's going on, is he got up to 300 followers on Twitter and did a giveaway. And one of the giveaways I won, and it was the double-sided poster with each side is covered in artwork of each of the variant covers.
Very cool.
Yeah, fuck this iPhone keypad. It auto-completes all sorts of incorrect words. Yeah, my Android used to do that too. I remember one time in particularly, when my daughter was a baby, she was with my cousin and her two girls, and they had got picked from like the HasLabs thing to go, test out like some new toys that were coming to market. And she had me meet her and my uncle and the kids at an IHOP. And her last text as I was pulling into the parking lot was, "We're in a booth to the left." So my text to speech was, "I'm too fat for a booth. Can you get a table?" Which translated to, "Can I get a table dance?" It's like, no, man, I don't live down south. Or in Maine, for that matter. It's more likely that would happen in Maine. But
I was gonna say, man, I'm here, but I don't get lap dances from my sister. I think I'm the only guy.
Because she charges.
He said, "Look here, there's my girl. Nobody's gonna bang my sister. It's gonna be married." It's like a dark time.
It's like, not for nothing, I got to charge you full price. You get a full set of teeth.
Hey, one thing I learned about living in this area is that they have no sense of humor about shit here. Like the first weekend I lived here, I get pulled over for having a headlight out. Mind you, everybody else and their brother has a fucking headlight out, but I get pulled over. I've seen cop cars with headlights out. And I'm like, well, shit, man, I thought you weren't cool unless you had a headlight out. They didn't appreciate that. And when you accidentally tell the mayor of the small town you live in, because you don't know he's the mayor, that you're one of the few people who has a full set of teeth, so you should be mayor.
Oh, who do you think you are, me?
He's like, it's a tough job. I said, how tough can it be? Hey guys.
A lot extra cups of beer. It's cold.
Night, guys. Shaboink.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it looks great, dude.
Thank you. Let's hope it'll sell soon, because you know, crack is expensive. Or so I'm told.
Hashtag crack pack. Every day, bow. So, Pops kind of wrote a poetry slam song. And one of the other CGers, I believe they're either their missus or the daughter sung like the chorus of it. But it's basically Pop bitching about the twat waffles that are in charge of the country.
That's funny.
Which is why it's on Rumble and not on YouTube. So I went to the doctor's because I've got that thing under my leg. So they put like one of those huge, enormous bandages on it because it's the only thing that's going to keep it.
Sorry about that.
But to keep it from being infected, they gave me this wicking cloth material because for some reason my right knee, when I fall asleep, I always tuck it in, so then it's, you know, a dark, moist area that can grow shit like fungals. So
Nice little petri dish.
So it's like, okay, when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, tuck this thing behind your knee, and it'll like wick all the moisture and stuff away, so nothing can grow there overnight, like potatoes, mushrooms, carrots, whatever. I'm like, all right. And my podiatrist does like Wednesdays there, so I got my feet claws snipped, and I was pretty much on my way, and then realized, hey, when I went to the eye doctors about 6 months ago, no, that's pretty much not fun at all, dude. I've got like, an open gash like behind the knee. It just kind of like wears away at the skin because it's been open wounded there like so many times. Even when the skin grows back, it's still, weak every time skin grows back. Every time skin grows back where you've had like an injury before, it grows back, but it grows back at like half the strength it used to be. So if you had like strong skin, it's like at half strength, and then every time you have another wound in that same exact spot, it grows back half strength of the half strength, and diminishing returns and all that. So Yeah, pretty much sucks. But
Jeez.
they are
Well,
working on.
when I didn't hear from you earlier, I was worried that you were in the hospital. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
shit.
I was, but I left. But
Today?
yeah, like that's where I go to the wound clinic, and the wound clinic is actually in the hospital.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Um, but when I went to the eye doctor 6 months ago, I lied and told him I lost my glasses because he recommended that I get bifocals for my vision. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then, as it turns out, uh, Mass Health won't give you real bifocals. What they do is they put this tiny little window in the middle of your glasses, like they take the center divide line where
Uh-huh.
normal bifocals would go, okay, from the center point down is the bifocal, and everything else up is like the distance. It's like, nope, we're just going to put this tiny little window like in the middle of both lenses, and that's where you have to focus through. I'm like, well, this is bullshit. So I told him I
Yeah.
lost it. So he wrote me up. My eyesight luckily hasn't changed in like the last 2 years. So uh, that's right. It still sucks. Uh, so, you know, he just had my last prescription printed up and gave it to me. So next Tuesday, I go to the place that services the state insurance by me, and I'll put in the order for the glasses, and they'll size me up and everything, and boom, boom. You get like a free pair on your insurance like once a year. I'm like, okay.
I gotta get some insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not indestructible.
Insurance is expensive.
Oh yeah. No, I checked into Obamacare because I was like, hell, I'm self-employed. You know, I'm who this is for. Nope.
It's single father gets shit. Single mother would have everything paid for, and they would buy her a new car.
Indeed. To this day, I'm still surprised that they, sided with me in the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she didn't exactly make it easy to side with her.
Yeah, I know the feeling. You know, as as my kid's mother keeps threatening that child enforcement is taking me to court for child support. I'm like, they can order me to pay something, but when they go through my entire financial, uh, you know, monthlies, you might get like 20 to $50 a month. Not to mention, as soon as it happens, I will have whoever my lawyer is file a countersuit for back child support for the 8 years she lived with me. Yeah, good point, Chris. And yet, single motherhood is a choice after conception. Single fatherhood isn't. Nope. And apparently, in some divorce courts, you, if you've been, living with a woman and raising her and her kids, the judge might actually order you to continue paying child support to kids that aren't yours, uh, because she had a better attorney than you did, and they have been accustomed to the lifestyle of you. Hey, Dory. Oh my God, I'm so late. Oh, I hope you're not pregnant.
Hey, Dory.
Part of me laments not having a legacy. Then I see all the dudes screwed over by the family court system, and ending a family line doesn't seem that bad.
It's funny because my dad's like, "So are you gonna get remarried, or are you gonna do?" No, fuck no, God no. You know, but how much this shit cost? No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Dory was going to go live and then realized, dang it!
know,
That's okay. We were all late because I decided to take a Dory CromCon nap. So, yeah.
Them old Duke boys are at it again. Oh, fuck. It's just so weird, man, because normally I'm all about some color.
See what happens when you want death to go knocking on somebody's door? Everything gets black and white.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh.
And all the brainwashing of my kid is just getting ridiculous. So she thinks everything not straight is offensive to me. Chris, death never looks so good. So
Who said that?
death never looks so good. Chris Fisk.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Chris.
But she thinks, and it's egged on by the sister that used to be a brother.
Yeah.
And the other brother's not involved anymore because he works like third shift for FedEx now. He's just like an order picker in the warehouse, and so he's asleep during all this stuff. But they like to manipulate and antagonate everything. It's what they do. Learned it from their mama. So my daughter, sends me a text. Hi. I'm like, hi, how are you? Okay, a little small talk back and forth and blah, blah, blah. He goes, did you see the news? Superman's gay. I go, no. And then I go into the whole, that's just his disappointment of a son. It's what happens when Kryptonian and human DNA mixes. But, did Superman's, pseudo gay lover have to be a YouTuber? I mean, really? It would seem more like a Twitch streamer, but I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing. All I did see was that Dean Cain, formerly Superman of the Lois and Clark 90s show, came out nationally and ripped DC a new one. Really? That Superman's gay? Yeah, because DC with their, cross-pollination of turning, everybody anything but, straight. So if you're white, there's no way you can be straight or anything. That happens when a failing comic book company is grasping at straws to push their propaganda. Yes. So let me see if I can.
Yeah, I just recently discovered Not Starfire.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Have you seen that abomination?
Oh yeah, I've seen that abortion. Yeah, and it's not just an abortion for what it does. It's also an abortion for the fact that Not Starfire is a self-insert of that sad excuse for a human. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Bionic Bra. Tail End Studios shared it. Well, if DC and Marvel aren't doing it, good thing I've started Cobalt, because that's the direction we're heading towards. It's always at the tail end, because that's his studio name, of things when it becomes clear what's happening and what's needed again. Daily Wire, news and analysis. Superman's Dean Cain. Bisexual Man of Steel is bandwagoning. DC Comics should fight real evil in this world. Former Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman actor Dean Cain, weighed in on news that the new Superman, Jonathan Kent, is bisexual, accusing DC Comics of bandwagoning and suggesting comics companies could do more to shed light on real evil in the world, like child trafficking and women being oppressed and killed in Afghanistan. And, spot on. Good for you, Dean. Oh, I didn't say they don't deserve to be here, Dory. But turning all your legacy characters various shades of the rainbow instead of just creating new characters that's part of, and most people don't identify with superheroes for who they're fucking, but the content of their character, and they hate that. Yeah.
I identified with Wolverine because he likes redheads.
Mm-hmm. Greater 3% in 90% of entertainment media now. Yeah. Remember when alternative lifestyle meant, oh, okay, you do you. Now the activists demand it becomes mainstream, which is what it's about. Yeah. And another very disturbing story, and more disturbing because my daughter lives in that state of Rhode Island, and it's a cesspool. And I got more news on the subject. Lionsgate, not the movie company, but the comic book publisher. They do a lot of alternative lifestyle comics and graphic novels. Well, there's one in particular that's called Gender Queer, which is basically, fine to read if you're an adult, but they've got this in school libraries depicting gay oral sex and talking in detail about it to kids, and the library's pushing it. And a mother in North Kingston, Rhode Island, reported it and made a stink at the school board meeting. And then she gets whacked with a lawsuit from the school committee for $175,000 because she shows up to a public meeting and wants to know exactly the curriculum her kids are being taught. Not long after that, the school committee organization, basically the teachers union to the school committees nationwide, pulls some strings and gets the DOJ and the FBI to investigate any parent that speaks up at a school board meeting and label them as a domestic terrorist. Chris says he has no issues with alternative lifestyles or even alternative lifestyle media. I'm just not cool with it changing established characters' properties or pushing that stuff on kids. Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. Even worse, because part of the progressive far left's agenda is to bring back the whole Obama thing with the, transgender, people identifying as transgender can use, any bathroom and locker room they want. And back in Virginia, in Loudoun County, again, a boy that identified as transgender that would wear a skirt on occasion to school raped a 14-year-old girl. And apparently the school board covered it up so they could push through that new school rule. And the reporter that was talking about it said it was the most disturbing story ever. The father didn't try to do bad things to this kid. He showed up at the school committee meeting to, basically demand, something be done. And before he was allowed to speak, they cut him off and had the cops beat him and arrest him. And the county's DA came right down in person and wanted him charged with jail time right off the bat, no bail being set, and they labeled him as a domestic terrorist because he was going to demand something be done about his 14-year-old daughter being raped in their school.
I'd have to go to prison.
Yeah. I watched a bunch of different, I listened to a bunch of different talk shows on it this morning, and, most everybody was like, I'd be in jail right now. And I wouldn't care. I'd be in jail. And I'm like, I had this discussion with some other people, and they're like, well, he goes, what would you have done? I go, I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you. I go, but they wouldn't find the body. Yeah, Chris saw this. I can't believe the dad of that girl got arrested. If that was my daughter, the fruitcake that did that to my kid, would have just disappeared. Accidents happen all the time. Yep. And as the father of a daughter, I was like beyond livid because Rhode Island has all these same fucking policies in play. And you know, in typical fashion, if you disagree with anything, you know, you're all of the ists and the you know, and the bigots and the this and the, no, it's like you have no idea. I mean, even crippled, I don't have to stand up to use a pair of brass knucks.
Hey man, just set the brake and grab the shotgun.
I don't have a brake on this.
Oh.
But I used to make jokes with friends of mine that, you know, had retired from the Coast Guard and Navy, like, hey, any chance you could pull some strings and get me a 50 cal mounted on my wheelchair? I go, you know, for when people cut in front of me, I won't let me cross the road.
That would be awesome.
That was a joke, YouTube.
That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I would love it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, let's take a look at it on the screen. Put it on the screen, number one.
There you go.
Move the shit out of the way. It's starting to look like the desk of old.
No, not really. You would have like 10 times as many Copics.
Oh man, I got to where I couldn't even work. I was having to constantly, you know, swat pencils away.
Yeah, when you shared the post of your clean desk, before I read it, the first thing, oh, Shawn bought a new desk. Chris says we have plenty of creators in CG that aren't white, male, or even straight. If we were all those listophobes, none of these awesome people would be here making content. Yeah, very true. And Chris says he loves the death piece.
Well, hey, Chris.
It's available. You can.
It is.
The original is for sale. And there are many other originals for sale as well.
Yeah, not too many though. I mean,
you sold a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, we're trying to keep the originals flowing. You know, at least once a week in between other commission jobs and stuff that we apparently aren't supposed to show on this platform.
Yeah. 1 week we're just gonna say fuck it, and I'm gonna draw the boobs on here.
Mm-hmm. Well, Death is petite, so she got little perky ones, but
yeah.
Yeah, one week you'll end up drawing like a Karen Nicole inspired topless piece.
Hells yeah.
Oh, you said boobs. Chris is all excited now. Let the boobs be free.
I mean, normally I do, but
like Eric July says in his shows, you know, to hell with all this tokenization of all these legacy characters, which goes hand in hand with all the lazy movie making of Hollywood. Well, there's people that already know what this movie is, so we're just going to remake it. We're going to reimagine it. You go, oh, you're going to reimagine it so everybody will now hate that movie. That's great. I'm like, with all them, with them, destroying and re-editing all the old like Disney like animated movies and stuff. I'm wondering if that big box of VHS original Disney tapes in like the collectible plastic cases might be worth some actual scratch now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've seen them. I already know what they all are. And I don't no longer have a VHS player. But
Right.
My daughter has zero interest in basically nothing. So,
And isn't it funny how do what?
Yeah, she actually did. She brought her Switch last week. After she offered to help me, move some stuff around so I could reposition, box up toys and everything. I was like, do I really have to help? I'm like, oh, please. But she brought her Switch because she wanted to play Mario Kart with Dad. So we played a few races of Mario Kart, like on single player. Like she played it and showed me how to do it, and then I took over and her phone rang, and that was the end of that. As a Nigerian strip club barker once shouted at me from across a busy Shinjuku street, what could be more important than tits?
You know what?
Words to live by, my friend. Words to live by.
I was gonna say, you just touched a motherfucker's heart.
Yeah. Bro, tear in my eye, man. It was funny because we ended up doing the Sin Killer unboxing, and a little earlier from that, Doc had actually invited me. He was going live, and he was going to do a chill stream, and he invited he was inviting me and Pops. I turned him down. I go, I got like two unboxings to do, and I'm eating lunch right now, and just got back from the doctor's, blah, blah, blah. So I sent Pops the link to come on because Marv came on. I did the whole unboxing, and then Marv got back to me, so I brought Marv on, and I automatically sent a link to Pops, and then Pops sent the link to Doc. He's like, oh, so this is the only way I get to hang out with you guys? Somebody else has to give me the link to come on and hang out live? I'm like, well, I was doing stuff. And it went from like this huge, unboxing because Marv had gotten his box of his own books in, and he hadn't opened it yet. And it was pretty, just his eyes lit up like, like Max would if he woke up Christmas morning and found like, the U.S. flag G.I. Joe toy under the tree.
Hey, if anybody's getting the fucking flag, it's me.
Yeah, but it's your toy, but you'll allow Mac to bring a couple of his Joes as long as those Joes are Baroness and Lady J and Scarlet.
It's not healthy how much I like Lady J.
Yeah.
But at least I can admit it,
Oh yeah. Dude, that came out great. And you don't even need to do anything in the background because it's death. Everything's black and white.
Hey, and you know what? I like that.
So you need that positive space with all that negative black and gray scale in there. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, gents, it's almost 2 a.m. Yes, thanks, Chris, for reminding me because Chris and I are in the same time zone. We're both in the Northeast. It's almost 2 a.m. and I have to get up in a few hours for a Zoom meeting with some Romanians. It's been great chatting and seeing the awesome death artwork, but I got to get to bed now. Good night. Good night, dude. I will give you a holler tomorrow when I get that tube. Not for nothing. I'm going to open it before the stream, but then I will, roll it back up and put it in the tube and
I love how you let people know that you're gonna go ahead and do it, and then you're like, "But I'm still gonna like."
Yeah, I'm gonna rip that motherfucker open because it's a huge fucking poster, and it's double sided, so it's like super heavy stock and everything too. So
I'm gonna try to check out your unboxing.
But Marv, his eyes lit up like a little kid at Christmas, and his wife was watching the stream, so his wife subbed to my channel. So thank you, Linda. And then she came on and told him, Marv, we're gonna celebrate tonight. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, damn. Like, Marv, you better have a good dinner. You're gonna need the energy, buddy.
Yes. Stay hydrated, Marv.
Yeah. But I was excited to read. I was so excited, like going page by page reading the book. I friggin' loved it. It was so good. Hey, my name is on the first page, so how bad could it be? It was a comic book.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Doc wants one, and I'm like, well, the motherfucker's putting me in his comic book. It's nothing special to Pops. Pops has been on 80 covers and 50 little appearances. Man, Crom's had more appearances than I have. But
Pops is becoming a pop culture icon.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, he's. I'm not sure. I think he might have passed 500 subs on YouTube.
Nice.
Oh, ain't this the truth? A wise man once said, "Be careful who you let on your ship, because some people will sink the whole damn ship just because they can't be the captain."
Very true.
This would apply to you. This next one would apply to you quite a bit. Being a parent means your entire life is crammed into a 2-hour block each night after your kids go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's when I get all my shit done. Then I go to sleep and I get up and I take them all to friggin' school.
Mm-hmm.
Yepers.
Get ready to fight the fucking horde in the drop-off line.
Oh, yeah. God.
Max like, Dad, when you drop me off at school, can you please turn down the Led Zeppelin? No, not at all. But thank you for asking.
It's like, wait till you're in high school. I'm going to stop playing that TikTok song, that hip-hop TikTok song that I sent you in a reel today.
Yeah.
I just took up and the... So we're gonna end this one here.
I guess what?
And this is done, and all that's left is for Shawn to sign it right here, and it is available for sale. And he will scan and picturize this and post it up everywhere but Twitter. And so tomorrow morning I'll ask him if you put it on Twitter. He will say no, and I will put it on Twitter and tag him and a bunch of other people in it. And
take that, Twitterverse.
Yeah, first come, first serve. So definitely, if you're interested in this, hit Shawn up at Shawn-Zilla 1977 on Twitter. Shawn Howe or 0.30, The Art of Shawn Howe on Facebook, and or ShwanzillaArt, all one word, 2 A's, on Instagrams.
On the Instagram.
On the Instagrams. So until next week, we will see you back for another episode of the ShwanzillaArt Show. Don't forget, tomorrow night, gonna be a cool one. Apparently, I picked the first part of a 2-part story in a book for OK Boomer, because I only had the first part. I actually was lucky to scrag a copy of the Shogun Warriors comic by Marvel, and it had the guest stars of the Fantastic Four, and apparently it's a 2-part issue. So Thomas went and grabbed the issue 20 digitally, along with the 19. So we're going to be talking Shogun Warriors and the old classic Fantastic Four. Back in the day when comic books cost 40 cents for 32 story pages.
Fuck yeah.
And now that nobody's watching, I can quote Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees when I saw like the 60s revival when I was a teenager. It was like the Monkees were the headliner, but they were also Bill Withers, Gary Puckett and the Grassroots, the Union Gap, and a bunch of like old 60s bands. It was awesome. I had a great time. Mickey Dolenz came out, started introducing the band, and said this line: "Back when men were men and women were women, and the only one to swing both ways was fucking Tarzan." Man, that's a cancellation line nowadays. But, cancel me from what? Honestly. There's Death. Scoop her up, and we will see you next time. I'll be back tomorrow. And if I don't hear from an invited guest for Friday night, I will be actually over on Eagle Rider's channel Friday night, as she asked me a bunch of questions. We just chill and talk for probably like a couple hours or whatever. So until next time, boom. Sub to the channel. We're in a race to 1,000. I've got a signed, graded book, not 9.8. I've got a signed and graded book that will be going out to somebody when we hit 300 subs. And I have a 9.8 and a custom slab stand that will be going out to somebody when we reach 500 subs. So check it out, and we will catch you later.